Friends, in continuation of topic chemical thermodynamics, today we will discuss chemical potential. Since from last week we are talking on the chapter called as chemical thermodynamics, and in that topic we saw so many equations, so many expressions which are used to understand the chemical thermodynamics. Now, in continuation of partial molar volume, as I said in our earlier lecture, the partial molar volume of ith component of a system is given by equation Vi bar is equal to d by V upon d by Ni at constant pressure, temperature and number of moles, other than ith number of moles. Okay, where Nj indicates what? Nj indicates the number of each component except ith. The partial molar volume can be defined as the change in volume of the system when 1 mole of ith component is added to the large quantity of system at constant pressure and temperature by keeping other number of moles constant. So that is called as a partial molar volume. That we had already discussed in a previous video lectures. Now today we want to learn partial molar free energy. It is also known as chemical potential. The partial molar free energy of ith component of system is given by relation that is called as a chemical potential, which is denoted as Gi bar. Gi, just like partial molar volume, where it is for partial molar volume we use a term Vi bar. Now here the term will be Gi bar. So Gi bar is equal to d by, in bracket, d by G upon d by Ni at constant pressure, temperature, first number of moles, second number of moles up to the Nj. This whole relation is called as chemical potential, and that chemical potential is denoted as mu. Okay, so mu I is equal to d by G upon d by Ni at constant pressure, temperature and other number of moles other than ith component. That equation we got, and that is called as a chemical potential. And therefore, if you make the definition of chemical potential, it is very simple. The chemical potential can be defined as the change in free energy of system when one of the ith component is added to large quantity of system at constant pressure and temperature by keeping other moles also of other components also constant. So in definition, what we learn the relation, we learn the equation number 60, or equation number 60, how we can define, that is understand in the definition. Again I will repeat, chemical potential is defined as the change in free energy of the system when one of the ith component is added to large quantity of system at constant pressure, temperature and number of moles of other component which are constant. So here chemical potential is a intensive property, and therefore if it is an intensive property, that means it is not depending on the amount of substance, like we saw about the refractive index, temperature. These are the intensive property. a property which determines the reactivity of system. A change in system at constant pressure and temperature will proceed from states of higher chemical potential to the lower chemical potential until its value remains throughout the system same. So chemical potential can be very well explained in a binary mixture. What is binary mixture? A mixture consists of two components. A mixture consists of two components are called as a binary mixture. The change in free energy is given by the relation dG is equal to in bracket d by G upon d by P multiplied by dP up at constant temperature and number of moles of other component. So this can be expressed for different parameters. So again I will repeat, dG is equal to in bracket d by G upon d by P at constant temperature and N. Capital N means number of moles of other component at plus d by G upon d by T at constant pressure and number of moles with dt plus d by G upon d by N Pt N2 d by dN1 plus d by G upon d by N2 at constant pressure temperature N1 with dN2. Equation number 61 is the simple change of free energy in a binary mixtures. At constant pressure and temperature, above equation can be written as dG at constant pressure temperature is equal to dG upon dNi at constant pressure temperature N2 with dNi plus d by G upon d by N2 with pressure temperature N1 as constant with dN2 at, this is equation number 60. Now chemical potential mu1 for first component can be written as dG upon dNi at constant pressure temperature N2 and mu2 is equal to dG upon dN2 at constant pressure temperature N1. So by substituting equation this value in equation number 62 gives, now equation 62 becomes by adding mu1 and mu2, dG at constant pressure and temperature is equal to mu1 dNi 1 plus mu2 dN2. On integrating equation number 63 we get G at constant pressure and temperature is equal to mu1 N1 plus mu2 N2, or in general in bracket G at constant pressure and temperature is equal to summation of mu I Ni, whatever the number of components given. For single or pure component we can write GPT is equal to mu n mu or n g bar. If you rewrite this equation, mu is equal to g bar is equal to, what is g bar? That is the Gibbs free energy. So capital G bar is equal to capital G upon N. Hence equation 67 becomes, for a pure substance the chemical potential is given by its free energy per mole. So chemical potential is defined by equation number 67, free energy per mole. Okay, or in short we can say that chemical potential is defined as a free energy per mole. Now how this equation is varied with pressure and temperature? First we will see variation of chemical potential with pressure, how it is changed. So mu I is equal to d by G upon d by N I at constant pressure and temperature N1 N2 up to Nj. Differentiate with respect to pressure at constant temperature and compositions, then you will get what? d mu I upon dp d by p at constant temperature and Nj is equal to d by upon d by p d by g upon d by Ni at constant temperature and Nj. 68 equation. The variation of free energy with pressure at constant temperature is given by dg is equal to vdp or dg upon dp d by g upon d by p at constant temperature T is equal to v. Now differentiate by writing with respect to an I at constant temperature and composition d by upon d by Ni in bracket d by g upon d by p at constant temperature and jth number of moles is equal to d by v upon d by Ni at constant temperature Nj, which is equal to v bar. So d mu I upon dp at constant temperature N and Nj is equal to what? V bar. This signifies that the rate of change of chemical potential with respect to pressure of any component of the system is equal to the partial molar volume of that component at constant temperature and pressure. So that you have to make the relation. Significance. That means the rate of change of chemical potential with respect to pressure at any component is the system is equal to the partial molar volume of that component at constant temperature and composition. Now, variation of chemical potential with temperature. Mu I is equal to d by g upon d by Ni at constant pressure, temperature N1, N2 up to Nj. That is the equation called as chemical potential of ith component. Again, you have to differentiate that. So if you differentiate, you will get what? d mu I upon d by t at constant pressure and number of jth component is equal to d by upon d by t, d by g upon d by Ni at constant pressure Nj. The variation of free energy with temperature and pressure at constant pressure is given by dg is equal to minus s dt or d by g upon d by t is equal to minus s. Again, if you differentiate with respect to an R at constant pressure and composition. In previous we saw temperature and composition. Now here pressure and composition. So d by upon d by Ni in bracket d by g upon d by t at constant pressure and Nj is equal to minus d by s upon d by Ni pj. P and j is equal to minus Ni. Minus si bar. Equation 72. So from equation 71 and 72, we can say that d by mu I upon d by t at constant pressure and Nj is equal to minus si bar. Minus si bar. Again, this equation signifies that the rate of change of chemical potential of ith component with respect to temperature of any component of the system is equal to the partial molar entropy of that component at constant pressure and composition. Okay, so this is how these are related to one another. Okay, so here we saw chemical potential and how that chemical potential varies with temperature, composition and pressure. That relation also we saw in this today's video lectures. Okay, in next video lecture we will see another very important terms. So we will see in the next video lecture. Okay, so all students should see every day. This is my humble request to all students of SY basic class. Due to COVID pandemic situations, we are not going to classroom, so we are learning through online platform. You must all see every day video lectures, write down the notes of that particular lectures. Also follow us on Google Classrooms where you can find notes of that particular topics. Okay, bye.